What the fuck is up, Hitlers? It's Ryan and Travis back with another episode.
Why Hitlers?
I
We talked about Hitler last week,
don't know. Did we? It just fucking
yeah.
came out.
too. We were talking about how if your last name is Hitler, like,
Oh,
what
that
would
was
you
just
do?
last week?
I don't know.
It was
maybe.
recently-ish. Yeah,
I don't
that's right.
understand time anymore. What is time?
I don't know. It's a made-up fucking myth.
So, usually you open up these with a conversation.
Yeah, so quickly, is Sunday the first day of the month, the week, or the last day of the week?
First day of the week.
Yeah. Really? But it's on the weekend.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
I don't know. It's a debate. Some people have both answers.
Yeah. We received a complaint.
We did?
We did.
Really?
I'm not shitting you.
Okay.
You're so excited.
I am fucking shaking right now.
So, if we could refer back to episode 6.
6.
6.
Hold on. All right. Episode
Pretty sure
6.
it's episode 6.
Okay.
Okay? And
Yeah.
what was the main topic of episode 6?
Hold on. I might actually have an answer for you here.
Yeah, bring up the description.
So this is, I'll just play the clip from it. Baby, I was rock fucking hard and I jumped up on there. I fucking start fucking this cake. Lights come on and everyone's like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Ryan.
Oh, that
fucking
was
the cake.
such a good
That's when I was
story.
fucking the cake.
Nah, that's not what we talked about that day that got someone triggered.
What did we talk about? It doesn't say.
Okay,
I didn't
so
put a description.
in the description on Spotify,
Yeah. Oh, I was looking on Insta here. Yeah.
that was the first day of the retarded list.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Really?
the day we fucking made it.
Really? So,
I don't even remember what was on the list anymore. I remember left-handed people.
Do you know what's
people that
funny?
say seen not saw?
The fact that I said the complaint was about that,
Yeah.
and you immediately jumped to what was actually on the list.
Because I fully agree with everything that I stated that day.
Yeah, but that's not what the person complained about.
It was something that was obvious but missing.
It was the word retarded.
Complained that the word retarded was being used.
Yes. So I'm going to give the context of what happened. As always, we will leave out names. We're not going to blast anybody. And I actually will have a legitimate kind of response to this.
Okay.
Now, I don't think this person, I'm not going to say fucking genders. I ain't going to say shit. I don't think this person will ever listen to this ever again. Because it is a friend of mine. And first of all,
So why is a friend of yours just now listening to episode 6 though?
Yeah, I know. They just listened to it like the other day.
Okay.
So this particular person has a lot of social commentary and social stances. And a lot of times they're one of those people that just like post shit on their Instagram story. But, you know, like they will go on about stuff with race and like homophobia and all that shit. But I don't think they got a single like friend who's like black or brown or gay or whatever. Like,
Sure.
they want to go on about this shit, but they're actually not in any of those communities.
Okay.
Like, they have no diversity in their life.
Yeah. So they're the problem.
Yeah, and like sometimes this person will go on about stuff that I'm like, oh, okay, like I agree with you in this sense. Like the big thing they've been posting about lately is obviously like the super heinous thing of the residential schools and like the unmarked burial of like 215 fucking kids.
Yeah.
Like, which is,
Well, they should have fought back. There's more of them.
but it's disgusting. Like they were, it's supposed to be in a place they were safe.
Yeah.
And they were fucking murdered, which is fucked. But yeah, so like sometimes they post stuff and you're like, okay, sure, I'm behind you, buddy. So they reach out to me, and first of all, this person fucking goes at me in front of my wife and in front of their partner and like has into me. Like, goes. And first of all, they're like, you know, Travis, like, I've always thought of you as like a 15 out of 10 person, but I'm disgusted. And I was like, why are you rating me? I'm a piece of shit. You clearly do not know me that well. No. So they just like go off about the word retarded. So this person had talked to me about the word retarded before in a separate conversation, not knowing the conversation that me and you had.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't say my use of it is quite as prolific as yours, but I do like the word. To describe situations.
Yeah,
it's
like
a great
it's a great description.
Yeah. Everybody knows what you mean when you say it. Yeah. So this person fucking went in and was going so hard about it. And I basically just said to them, I was like,
quit being retarded.
No, so, I tried to hear their points. And I was like, okay, I get it. And then, they talked about a friend of theirs who just had a child and the kid has Down syndrome. And I was like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, maybe my use of the word is a little bit too far sometimes. Maybe I can chill out on the word a bit. For sure. Respect your opinion. Do not respect how you approach this situation, you fuckwad. Like, if you want to have a conversation with me about something you don't like that I said, just fucking talk to me. Don't fucking freak out at me. But eventually, I never caved to their opinion at any point during the conversation, though. These are my own mental thoughts after I simmered down and thought about it and was like, okay, I can understand how this would hurt someone's feelings. And I think both of our stances, we like the free use of words, but we're also not opposed to not using words that we think will actually hurt someone. We don't want to, actually just fuck with people we don't know, unless we're, prank calling them or getting them to come pick up a couch. Anyways.
I love fucking with people.
So this person's going off, and I was like, listen, you fucking went through the descriptions. You found the episode with a description that you knew was going to make you fucking upset. I'd suggest you don't listen anymore. And then that was like lighting the fuse.
Really?
On a bomb. Because then they lost it fucking entirely.
Seriously.
Oh, dude.
See, a reasonable person would have been like, all right, you're telling me if it's not my cup of tea that the rest of it is subject matter I'm probably not going to be interested
100%. And then that's so again, this person floods fucking Instagram and social media with their personal views on whatever is going on in the world, whether it's about proper use of pronouns or ethnic diversity in children's literature. And this person continuously misrepresents factual information or shares things that pervert facts.
Yeah.
For an example, this person shared a post about ethnic diversity in children's literature. I might have brought this up here before.
I don't remember.
So they posted this thing and was like, in America, 76% of children's books are about white kids and 8% are about black kids and whatever. 21% is about animals. And they included that in ethnic diversity. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, if you redistribute these numbers, this accounts for the demographic of the United States. And anyways, so then I just said to them, I was like, when you post your bullshit, I just don't fucking look at it. And then they're big mad.
There was another level.
Yeah, so this person just fucking freaked. And now it's super awkward and I don't talk to them anymore.
Cool. Well, unknown person.
Fuck you.
I have a message. You just made the list.
Yeah, dude. It was fucked. And this was a person I considered a good friend.
Yeah.
A good friend. Very tight with them. And just kind of fuck you.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck you.
On that note, you know what's crazy? Yeah. A gangbanger and a gangbang are so fucking wildly different things.
Dude, do you ever... where did the term gangbang... Oh, no, I just said it. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was going to say, where did the term gangbang come from? But I mean, it just describes it so well.
You know what's funny? I have... it's so fucked up how a certain word that means something and gets its meaning, like the term gangbang.
Yeah.
When you're talking about a gangbang, it's just a funny fucking thing to talk about, a gangbang, you know? Like, a bunch of people fucking each other, like, you know.
Okay, so here's my thing, though. So a gangbanger is a member of a gang.
Yes.
It's like a youth in a gang, kind of,
Yes.
right? So, but is a person who bangs in a gangbang also a gangbanger?
What?
So if you're in a gang,
Talk about some Dr. Seuss shit here.
if you're in a gangbang,
'Kay.
right, and you're doing some banging,
Yeah.
like, right, there's a lady and you're taking your turn.
It's just a gangbang and you're a participant.
No, but then technically, aren't you a gangbanger?
No, you'd be a gang member.
No, but isn't that a better term for the gangbanger, to be a gang member?
Yeah, he's a gang member, but if they're banging people out, then it's a fucking gangbanger. I don't know.
Sure, but wouldn't that also be a descriptor for a male participant in a gangbang?
Yeah, probably.
That person's also a gangbanger.
Well, it could be her too, no? She's in a gangbang? Because she could be on top.
Sir, I disagree.
Yeah, I think maybe too.
Even if the lady's on top, she's still being banged.
Yeah.
She's not doing the banging.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, interesting.
It's fucked up because you know where like the term gangbang must have come from, right? You know that it had to have been like it was just a more polite word of saying gang rape because you know that like the first ever like multiple person fucking one person.
Yeah.
You know that it came from like non-consensual.
I'll tell you something.
It had to.
I know you don't often watch wiener porn with wieners in it.
No, I can't stand it.
But in a gangbang situation, you know, there's never a woman who participates in that has made a lot of great choices.
No.
Like, that's not a choice. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're there because you need some money. There's a whole bunch of situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Unless she's just having a good time. I mean,
Maybe.
if so, good for her.
Do you think that you could actually get food poisoning from eating ass?
Yes. You can get a coli, can't you?
You think that's what would end up happening? Is that food
Yeah.
poisoning though? Is it a
Coli?
form? Yeah.
No, I think it's from shit.
Well,
You can
Coli's
definitely get
in
pink
water
eye.
and stuff too, dirty water. Probably
Yeah.
from bird shit and all that, mind you. But
Yeah. Coli's and shit.
imagine getting violently ill, like just as if you eat
eating
like
ass.
undercooked chicken.
Now, I think the whole thing of eating ass is, though, you should be working with a clean surface, right? You got to prep your work area.
100%, absolutely. If it's a planned thing, but sometimes one thing leads to another. She's been out dancing, you know, ass cracks a little sweaty, tastes like salt. You go down, take a couple fucking licks of the brown eye, and all of a sudden you got salmonella.
No. That is not the situation I think that ass eating happens in.
Yeah, you carry salt around with you.
Now, I have to say, ass eating has never been...
Last time I ate ass, it was after a nightclub.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something...
Although I had met this person before, but we were by no means in like a relationship of sorts.
Yeah, I've never participated as the receiver or the giver.
Oh.
But I'd imagine it's not something you just like...
You got to bring salt with you.
Why?
So when you go out clubbing and you like your goal or one of your goal is to have fun, but one of your main goals is obviously to grab a chicken bagger, right?
Yeah.
Bring salt with you. That way when you go down and shit, no matter what is going on down there for scents and smells and all this, it's just going to taste like salt.
Dude,
you know this. It's a guaranteed like end game.
I've never dragged off and did oral on a girl. Ever.
No?
Never. Not once.
Fuck, well give her the salt then.
Yeah, I always find in those situations it's very intense and like passionate, and you're not into the extracurriculars.
Passionate.
Yeah.
Dude, the most passionate fucking girl I ever met was actually like someone that I had met one time in my life, but I didn't know her. Like I knew her first name only.
Yeah.
She was a fucking native chick, but she was like kind of decent looking, you know?
Yeah.
I picked her up and she was essentially a hitchhiker, but I knew her
Yeah.
already. So it was like kind of just like, hey, you need a ride? So I picked her up, we're driving. She decides to suck me off. Like as we're driving, I'm getting roadhead.
Nice.
Driving along, out of nowhere, I hear her just go, "You're passionate," and I'm like, I did my hand in her hair and shit, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. She's like, "No, the beer store. You're passionate."
Oh, God. As soon as you said it, I was like, I know this is going to some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're passionate, man.
Oh, God damn it. Dude, Roadhead's a magical thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you have like a shifter, whether it's automatic or standard, it fucking gets in the way. Like,
Well,
do
that's
you know how many
what we
times
said about that F-150 with the fold-down shifter. That is
Yeah.
the Roadhead Deluxe 500.
but the center console
Yeah.
in trucks is so high up that it's still tough to do. Like at the end of the day, for that guy to get a good fucking helmet in there, he's got to have a 7-incher, or she's got to have like a hunchback, you know. So when she bends over, she's got that extra hunchback that can just like almost like a little meat hook digging down. Yeah.
Dude, do you know what's really funny that you bring up? I have 2 different stories now to tell because of the things you said.
Oh,
I hooked up with Hunchback.
how hunchy? We talking full question mark? Or are we talking like an upside down L?
Like, God, this would be a perfect opportunity for video, but not like Quasimodo.
Okay.
Just like the back up a little.
Like a permanent shrug, like she's got
Yeah.
the worst case of blue balls.
Yes. Yeah. But it was like not a bad looking girl.
Yeah.
Just like little thing going on there.
Cool.
So first, I'll tell my Roadhead story really quick. So the truck I learned how to drive on, 1991 Chev Cheyenne, 1500 short box, regular cab, 4x4 lifted. My dad's pickup.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know about these early 90s Cheyennes, when a regular cab.
Did they have a bench?
You got it, sir. You've never gotten such a delightful little blowjob in all your life. You just be driving
She
along.
she can lay down on her stomach and flip her
Yes.
knees up against the side window.
She's relaxed. Not even, man. Those trucks are big. Like, they're
Yeah.
wide. She was laid down, comfortable as could be. And it was great. It was lovely. What a great experience. That was my first girlfriend. Yeah, she sucked my dick all the time. I was driving that truck illegally. And the hunchback girl. So I hooked up with a girl with a hunchback for a little while.
Did your friends call her like Notre Dame or anything like that?
No.
Behind her back?
No, maybe. I don't know about behind my back.
No, behind her back. Like when she left the room and you were like, did they ever say like, hey, you get down with Hunchback yet or fucking Quasimodo?
No. And we were like kind of dating on the sly a little bit.
Yeah.
She had a man and I had a woman, so it was a little bit sketchy. High school shit. But man, she was to this day kind of like one of the wildest girls I've ever met in my life. It was a real sexual awakening for me. So we were
Well,
down
with a back like that, she better be.
when we were still just friends at this point. We were at my parents' house because I was a kid. I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And like I was in my walk-in closet getting changed, and I had the closet door closed over, and she was out in my bedroom. And so she like whips open the closet door, pulls down my boxers, and starts giving me a blowjob. And this was a new experience for me. I had never in my life had a girl pursue me at this point.
Yeah.
This was a brand new thing to me. So I was like,
It was all your effort prior.
exactly. I was doing all the flirting, like asking, could I have sex with you? Like, not quite like that. You know, you try and romance it a little bit and see if she'll go behind the fairway sign at the golf green with you. But this girl pursued me, and it felt really good, and I became immediately infatuated with her. So I started spending a lot of time with this girl. And then kind of the tipping point that started to freak me out too much is we were eating supper at my parents' house, and while we were there eating, she kept like grabbing my dick
Like at the dinner table?
at the dinner table.
Sick.
And not full on like giving me a hand job or anything, but just like, how is it? And like just grab it and like give it a tug, give it a firm squeeze. And yeah, she's a very passionate lady.
Hey, you're passionate.
Yeah, and her hunchback was not too deterring at all. She still looked great. Very beautiful woman.
As long as she didn't have an open back dress on, I'm sure it was fine.
Even in an open back dress, I could never understand her hunchback, to be honest with you.
I was gonna say she would have looked better as like slouching on the couch, you know?
Yeah, it made no fucking sense to me. It was very strange. And petite woman, like great shape.
Think she fixed that?
I don't know.
We're gonna look her up.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
We're not gonna say her name or anything. We're just gonna have a little peek.
Yeah.
Man, what if she's aged horribly? Now, I know she did kind of... no, I don't think I can find her.
I wonder how you fix that. Do you have to like remove discs from the spine?
Do you have to remove discs from the spine?
Yeah, to like fix that, or is that like something that you can do with like
But
a brace and good sleeping?
Okay, so a hunchback is kind of a weird thing because I think like it happens more up around like the shoulder. Does it happens like a this kind of thing?
Yeah, it's from leaning over too much and like slouching and like
Yeah.
basically probably putting up too many pillows but laying in bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that. Like I think that's what causes it. Bad overall bad posture, sitting, standing, sleeping, whatever.
The hunchback.
A hunchback. Fuck them. Remember when we were talking about the fucking Cocaine Island?
Yes.
Um,
I also had a complaint about that. I forgot to tell you about.
really?
Yeah.
Why? Because I spoiled the entire documentary?
No, sorry, it wasn't an actual complaint. Anita said we're fucking stupid and we would never be able, like, even if the opportunity did come and we found out that drugs, she said two things. We would either get robbed because we're incompetent, or the person who left the drugs there would figure out about us and kill us. Anita apparently doesn't like to play into these stories because I thought we had a pretty airtight plan.
Well, the drugs weren't like, they were from like, they're not like something that you just unburied and there they are. They're found. Like they're like in this mythical story, they were found floating on a beach because a fucking plane went down or a ship sunk or a boat sunk or whatever that was like in the process of smuggling them.
Right, and the drugs were thought to be lost.
Yes, right. So no one's
Yeah.
out there looking for them.
Right. God. Anita, why did you just want to punch holes in that?
Like, fuck. So we talked about like the drug smuggling and like getting it in and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And one thing I never really considered, because you always hear about people smuggling drugs in from Mexico into the United States or like Colombia or Brazil or whatever.
Yeah.
What about the other way around? Like they do blow in Mexico too, don't they? Like, do you think it's as hard to get like a bunch of coke into
Nah,
Mexico?
No, well, I mean, the
Because
coke...
money's money. You're still going to sell it, just obviously not for nearly as much. I agree.
Wait,
and your chances of being
in
robbed
Mexico,
are higher.
do they produce cocaine?
No, but it's an easy border to bring it through.
Yeah, I'm sure they do it. You're probably, like, I bet it costs way less.
Yeah, so I wonder if it'd be like...
Think about any import, right? Like, by the time cocaine gets here, think how fucking far it's had to travel.
To get to Canada specifically?
Yeah.
It's probably Cuba or Colombia or Peru, Brazil, whatever, to Ecuador, probably to United States. What the fuck is that phone call?
I don't know.
Don't answer.
No. It's
a
fucking video call.
A video call. So you need to get the drugs into United States, likely. I doubt there's a direct flight to Canada. So it's America, probably Southern America, like Texas, Louisiana, maybe California, maybe probably Florida, obviously. And then from there, it's got to go north. And I'm sure it doesn't go directly to like New York or Boston. So let's just say hypothetically it does. And then from there, it's got to go to a major city in Canada.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's got to come to like the different smaller cities. So I'm guessing it's been stepped on 4 times before it gets to like our coast, for example, unless it were able to come in straight from the like a port or whatever, because we are like a port city.
Right.
But that's very unlikely with today's fucking scanning technology and all that. You know what I mean? How do you get that in there? It's got to be like...
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of to answer the overall question, I'd imagine blow is dramatically cheaper in Mexico.
Yeah.
Just because of like, I don't know, think about any import from Mexico.
Right.
Like anything we import up here, like all the produce and fruit and all that stuff that we pay a ton of money for. Down there, they're just probably...
But it's also a lot more pure there. That's what I mean.
Oh,
so
like
if
better Coke.
Yeah, so if you get the shittier stuff in America and bring it there, they don't fucking know. It's going to taste and smell different to the smell different, get it?
Yeah.
It's going to taste and smell different to them. So they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm into this." They're going to like be interested in like the little side effects that you get, like, "Oh, that had a bunch of baby diuretic in it or whatever, so it made me shit a bunch more." Or like you step on
No,
it with...
they're not going to be. Like, you think...
It's because they're going to be exposed to flavors they've never had before. So now they're going to like it more.
Doubt it.
Or differently, do you think? Because you could sell it for cheaper to them too.
No, you couldn't. You'd have to go backwards.
You think so?
Yeah, it's definitely way harder to cross North American borders with it. Like, okay, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying bringing it back into just like a simple Mexico. Bring it back to Colombia would be fucking stupid.
So you're saying it goes from Colombia and then eventually, so goes through a few other countries, comes up through Mexico, goes up through the States, comes up to Canada, right? So
no, I'm not thinking it goes through Mexico. I'm thinking it goes straight from Colombia, most likely,
yeah.
to United States, to a couple spots in the United States, and then to probably Canada. So I'm not saying we're in Canada getting the coke, because getting it from here to America is fucking damn near impossible. I'm saying, what if we lived in Texas?
Okay.
And we had a resource to get a couple kilos or at least
Into Mexico.
Yeah, or a number of ounces at a time of blow. Bringing it into Mexico is probably a lot easier than getting it out of Mexico.
For sure. Well, because when you're going in there, I mean, when you're coming from Mexico to the United States, border security is probably a lot tighter.
Right.
I'd imagine it's a little more lax going from United States to
That's
Mexico.
what I'm saying. What if there was people that smuggled drugs back into Mexico to try to sell? Because at the end of the day, money's money. Mexican food's wicked, man. You know how good enchiladas are?
I have
taquitos.
Another interesting thing that drug related that you brought this up. So obviously a lot of marijuana for North America is grown in Mexico.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, massive amounts.
I didn't know much weed was grown there. I didn't think that was their thing.
Yeah. They grow a ton of fucking weed.
Most marijuana in North America is grown in Humboldt County, California. Like 80% of it. It's like a fucking outrageously high number.
Maybe I'm still reliving movies that talk about the 80s.
Yeah.
When that was a bigger thing. But how much of like the illegal marijuana growers trade do you think has been completely crippled by legalization?
Oh, it's big time. Especially in California, in Humboldt County, that's the number one spot where, like I said, most marijuana in North America actually comes from.
Yeah.
It's Humboldt County, Garberville, Alderville, or maybe it's Garberville and Alderview or something like that. But I actually know exactly where this place is. I could without typing anything into Google Earth, I could find it and see their fucking grow ops without typing a fucking thing, and I know exactly where the forest is.
So what do you, man, it's pretty crazy to think that legalization of marijuana has actually created poverty. Because amongst these illegal growers, I think it was a pretty known thing that they would pay like clippers and pickers and stuff a pretty good hourly wage and give them like some good money. But now all these people would not have that work because I'm sure a lot of them had criminal records and stuff. So it's not like they're going to get hired at legal grow ops.
No. So some are legal, some are not. See, the problem with legal ones, or illegal ones, I should say, is they're doing everything zero different from the legal ones that they're next door to.
Yeah.
The problem was jumping through the hoops because the profit, once you're legal, the profit's actually fairly small. Illegal growers don't have a problem doing things legal. They have a money problem. They don't have enough money to do all the things ahead of time.
Right.
Like if it's one of those things, like let's say they could sell it all and then pay their taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they have no problem with that. They really don't. Their problem is they have to pay the taxes ahead of time. They have to pay different land fees because now they're considered commercial. And then because it is considered like a medical thing, they have to have like all the fucking shit done to it. Like it can't be with certain pesticides. It has to meet certain like health guidelines and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. I'm actually having a harder time finding this place, by the way, than I thought I would. I found Garberville. I thought it was called like Alder or something. I remember there being an Alder. Alder Point. Here we go. Yeah, okay, I found it. So it's called Alder Point. It's in the Humboldt County in Northern California. And so I'm just zooming in. There's Alder Point. See it? I know you're kind of far away.
Yeah.
So see that green area is actually a massive mountain where the trees are fucking half as wide as this room. Like they're massive, tall fucking trees.
Yeah.
They got little clearings. See all those little spots?
You showed me this before.
Every single one of those spots is a grow op. You can zoom in on fucking any of them, and you can literally see the grow ops happening. Like you can actually see all of them. So a lot of these are legal, a lot of them are illegal. The problem is this whole region has been stuck doing like this has been like the community. Like
Their economy.
That's been it exactly. The rest of the legal stores like gas stations, corner stores, clothing,
Are all in
restaurants.
support of those.
They only can thrive because of this weed money and the people that grow it going down there and fucking
Right.
So there's people that work there as slaves as well. Like when I say that, I ain't talking about black people picking cotton or
Yeah.
Mexicans or like homeless people. I'm talking about people that just wanted to go make a lot of money. So like in Canada, a lot of people go out west, work on the oil patches for a few years, make a ton of money, and then fucking dip and find a real job. Well, that's what they do in that area. Like hippies and people that just want to get high all day, you know?
Yeah.
They'll go there and they'll make fucking crazy money. The problem is they have nowhere to spend it. And if they ever dare leave, a bullet will be in the back of their head before they fucking their head hits the pillow. You know what I mean?
What do you mean if they leave?
You're not allowed to leave. They didn't have the resources. So like, let's say there's some hippie skateboarder guy in San Diego.
Right.
He'll go up to Humboldt County to work for the summer, basically clipping buds and all that. That's his plan. Make a bunch of money, like $30 an hour, which in America is fucking insane.
Right.
It's the
Big
equivalent
money.
of a Canadian making a fucking $150 an hour, you know?
Yeah.
So they get this dream that they can do this because it's a real legitimate, like someone will actually pay you for this. They'll actually provide you a place to live and you just do this job for 10 hours a day. Make a fucking shitload. But then when they want to leave, they're like, I want to go back to San Diego to my family now. I made, $100,000, $200,000 this year, $300,000. They go to leave. They're like, no, you're not. You're staying here and you're clipping my bud for me. And if they try to leave, back of the head. They're just dead.
What?
They're being held slaves. Like so many missing people. There's more missing people per capita in that region than fucking anywhere else in America. And they believe all these missing people, they're not just dead in ditches. They're being held against their will, fucking as slaves, clipping buds for marijuana plants for us to smoke everywhere in North America. And exporting it, around the world. That's a real fucking thing. The problem is now this is such a crime-ridden area, and like a lot of the roads on this mountain that I was just showing you, they're not marked roads. It's not like this is Cherry Lane and this is fucking whatever boulevard, Mountain View Boulevard. It's not like that. These are just barely clearings that like trucks have to drive through half the time that are like, it's been packed down a bit to the point where like you can drive like a normal F-150 or whatever. You don't have to go off-roading.
Right.
But it's like you just kind of have to know your way to know your way. There's no GPS that'll help you. And law enforcement can't go there because it's completely run. That entire area is run by legitimate outlaws. And when I say outlaws, I'm not talking about yeehaw, like boom, boom. I'm talking about fucking like generally white people that dress like you would know right away when you see them, oh, you're a bum. Like, you don't have credit. You don't have money. Like you're like people that wear like an Exco shirt. You know what I mean? Exco. Right. They wear like shorts that go down halfway past their shins, into their shins with a fucking hammer hook on the side. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a hammer loop.
Yeah.
But jeans, they'll wear like a fucking crooked hat with a black bandana under it. Like they're fucking wannabe gangsters, but they're little white dudes that actually don't listen to music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're fucking like bums. But they all ride like ATVs and dirt bikes and have shotguns strapped to their backs. Like if cops have to go in there for whatever reason, they have to be like allowed to and escorted. It's a fucking extremely violent area. Unbelievably violent.
That's crazy.
It's like there's a lot of vigilante stuff too. So if you find out someone's like crop was broken into when you're not around and your stuff was stolen or whatever, you find out who it was. There's a lot of vigilantes up there that'll go and they'll dish their own law.
It's like, street justice.
Basically.
Mountain justice.
It's a total fucking thing. There's actually a really, really sick documentary on Netflix. It's called Murder Mountain.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, it's like I don't know. I want to say maybe 6 episodes, hour long each, something along those lines. It's like,
dude, I haven't heard of that.
Dude, you should watch it. It's fucking so.
Dude, check it out.
Dude, you will get so deep into it. It's like, whoa, I couldn't fucking turn it off. Dude, I stayed up until like 3 a.m. one night watching it because I just wanted to watch the next episode again and again.
Like, you couldn't believe that this was going on.
It was fucking insane. This is like, we live in a free world. And this kind of thing is still happening where like, it's like cops are scared to go there. Like, what do you mean we can't? I think one of the lines the cop said is, "What do you mean I can't go there? I'm the police." Like, no, they have to let you go there, and you have to be escorted up the mountain by fucking psychos with bandanas over their face and a shotgun on their back to make sure that you.
So, did the documentary people actually go up there?
Lots of them. Because the people up there, I think there might have only been a couple that didn't want to show their face at all.
Yeah.
Because see, some of them have went up and down the legal fucking ladder, and they're just like, they just want to be legitimate. So a lot of them, don't get me wrong, they have everything, every measure that has to be made is in place. Everything's legitimate. They're not selling it illegally. They're selling it to like actual companies, pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're doing things right. They have everything. They're perfectly normal. The problem is they're so scattered around. These roads don't know, like they don't have legitimate addresses. It's like plot of land A E342.
Yeah.
Okay, you're illegal. But then like, what about plot of land A E355? Like it's like it's 7 trees over, but that guy's growing weed. Is that legal? There's just no like structure because the land's not plotted up very well. It's just like
chaos.
Yeah, no one went. Very few of them, I should say, went to like, a real estate broker of some sort and bought that land. It's just nope. They put their flag down. No, this is my land now. This is where I have my stuff and I live.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that anyone can do about it.
Were these facilities and grow-ops, like, are they rinky-dink pieces of shit, or these are legitimate operations, some of them?
Because of where they are in the mountains, they're pretty legit. They get so much moisture. It's basically a rainforest of North America.
Yeah.
Okay? So, like, they get they're at a high altitude, lots of vegetation. So every morning, the water gets... everything gets watered just from like morning mist and dew and clouds cruising through, essentially, because it's like very high up in the mountains. It's fucking neat, man. I'm telling you, Murder Mountain on Netflix it's called, because a lot of people get fucking killed there. There's a lot of slavery happening. There's like unsolved crimes galore. The police station at the nearby is obviously, because it's a small rural area, they don't have the fucking manpower or the resources
to go fuck with that.
No, they don't have nothing. So like, there's just a lot that happened. It's fucking insane. It was a pretty cool documentary.
I wonder the federal government hasn't swooped in there.
The thing is, the amount of that you would need.
Yeah.
And it's like, what can you do? At the end of the day, you can't actually go raid a bunch of legal places when they're doing everything correctly.
Well, the federal government still can.
Yeah, but it's just not. I just don't think it's that hard, or it's not a priority.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, in the United States, marijuana is legal up to a certain amount. Or in California,
I guess like where it's in the middle of a forest too, on a mountain, like people could just start disappearing really quick.
Oh, I don't think I've never been there, obviously, but from the video that I've seen and everything, and like I got right into it, so I started Google mapping it. Like, man, this place, you could walk in the forest and just never be seen again.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't end. It's like, you think that in a civilized area, if you're ever lost in the forest, just walk the same direction the best you can for long enough. Eventually you'll find a road.
Yeah.
It's not like that there, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. Like if you're in the forest, like you just might not see much daylight.
Right.
Because the trees are so big and thick. Yes.
Yeah. Man, that's really cool. That's very, very interesting.
It's fucking cool. I would recommend watching that documentary. I have enjoyed it wholeheartedly. I watched it a while back now, actually. Probably 6 months ago or something I watched it.
That's cool.
I had a pretty cool topic to think about. So, the worst part is I just thought about this like 2 days ago. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head. But you know how every now and then after a celebrity has like banished from the public eye, or maybe they're dead, or they've done something absurd and got caught for it, that's when you start finding out about a bunch of demons. Like you find out some like actor, he was actually gay, he was actually into dudes and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it was just a big like thing. Like Aaron Hernandez, he was a fucking football player, tight end for the Patriots, went to the Super Bowl, didn't win it that year.
He was a gangster.
Yeah, but he was a gangster, but he was also gay. He was into fucking dudes, and someone found out about him, and that's why the guy got killed.
Oh, really?
He had fucking like these things, and he was just super ashamed of it. So like stuff like that happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Especially when there's like tough guy personalities involved, or like public figures. What if, now just hear me out, what if Biggie and Tupac actually had some sort of affair, because it's very well documented. They were unbelievably tight and good friends at one point until Tupac got shot in the bottom of the recording studio that time.
Yeah.
Until then, and even after that, they both wanted to bury the hatchet. Like, the beef wasn't East Coast, West Coast, wasn't between them. It was between everyone else, like, saying, oh, he did this, oh, he said that. But they were just like, all right, whatever. Like, they didn't care. What do you think the odds are that they actually had some secret love affair that we just don't know about?
In a dangerous time.
Yeah. What do you think? Like,
Dude,
obviously, I think that's unbelievably far-fetched. But
yeah,
who's saying it didn't happen?
You know, obviously there's a vast, like, there's a pretty big population of gay people in North America.
Dude, being a gangster or
Gangster rapper.
I don't know if they would call them gangster, because that term that was more like an NWA thing at the time.
Yeah,
they weren't really gangster rappers, but they were gangsters that were rappers.
Yeah.
You know, like, being that in the fucking mid 90s and being like a little into dudes.
Yeah.
That's a death sentence. And I'm not saying that's why they would have been killed at the end of the day. I don't believe that's actually it.
Yeah.
But what if they had a little thing going on?
What if they were in love?
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, really, you're only seeing now in the last, like, few years, like, the first kind of gay black entertainers recently are Frank Ocean, who's an R&B artist, and Lil Nas.
Lil Nas is black? First of all, I didn't know he was black. Second of all, I didn't know he was gay.
Lil Nas X?
Had no idea what he looks like.
Dude!
Thought he was a little white dude.
Like, gonna take my horse.
Yeah, the fucking rodeo guy.
That dude's super black.
Dude, I had no idea. I thought it was a white dude.
He is mega gay.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Man.
yeah.
Dude,
He
until...
just had a video come out recently where he's like... Hey, you've really never heard about any of this?
No.
Dude. So
something about the fucking shoes, the Nike shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like called Mondero or something, I think. And he's like fucking grinding on Satan's lap. And it is the funniest fucking shit in the world. And of course, people got fucking heated. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, what if Tupac and Biggie, what if they were, super gay?
Yeah, wouldn't that be fucking interesting?
This feels like it could be a South Park episode.
Yeah. Because, like, the worst part is, like, the reason I thought about this is because I was watching a Biggie documentary like 2 days ago, and they were talking about his relationship with Tupac, and the words that they kept using when they were talking to, like, Faith, like Biggie's ex-wife.
Yeah.
I guess technically they were still married when he died.
Yeah.
Because although he was fucking Lil' Kim,
I think they were like separate.
They were separate. Yeah. The way she was explaining their relationship and saying, oh, it was very intimate. They really got each other because they were young black males, both making it in the rap game. Like, they were both like number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Like, rotating back and forth, and in like the same era where it was just like unheard of for black rappers to be just exploding.
Oh, top of the charts.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They were the biggest thing.
So, but
they were doing songs with like fucking Mariah Carey and shit.
Yeah, it's just so weird because the way that Faith was saying, she was going on about how intimate the relationship was, and sometimes they would just hang out for days and days at each other's hotel rooms and like shit like that. Like, oh no, he said that he never came home last night because him and Pac were hanging out in his hotel room and he just passed out on the couch there or whatever. And I'm like, that got me thinking, like, hold on a second. What if there was like a little, like, you know,
it was like
a little bromance.
It was like a Romeo Juliet story.
Yeah.
The Montagues and the Capulets, they couldn't be together.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking suicide packed it.
I don't know if it was that. Like, I think let's say this happened. So, like, now we're talking in a mythical world where they actually were secret gay lovers.
Sure.
I don't believe that's why either of them were killed. Although, wouldn't that be a fucking story? Wouldn't that be a fucking story?
That would be incredible.
Especially if it was the same dude that gunned them both down and he was the other guy.
Do you...
Dude.
Like Suge Knight wanted to be banging Tupac.
I don't think it was Suge, but what if it was like...
That's the biggest
because
theory.
he got shot too when Pac got shot. He just got grazed, mind you. Like, the bullet kind of missed.
Isn't the biggest theory that Suge Knight's behind both of them being killed?
Yeah, the worst part is, like, he seems like the kind of guy that will legitimately take it to the grave, and he's in prison for probably the rest of his life now as it is.
What is he in trouble for?
Murder?
Murder? Oh, did he run over someone with a car or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was considered manslaughter or second-degree murder, maybe.
I am going to look it up.
Something like that. But I don't think he's literally serving life. But like for his age and health and everything, he's probably fucking donezo.
He's to become eligible for parole in July 2037. He ain't making it.
No, that's still 16 years from now.
He's 56 now.
So yeah, all right. So he'll be 70 fucking years old. 73
he's
or something.
A fat boy.
Yeah. And I think he had AIDS or something, didn't he? Didn't he have some fucking disease at one point? Hepatitis or something like that? I don't know about that. It's just this thing I thought about. Anyway, what if they were gay lovers? Might be
very
possible.
Interesting story.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting idea. Can you imagine how disappointed so many people would be?
You know what? If it wouldn't affect my opinion at all. We've said it before here. I'm actually not a fan of Tupac whatsoever. Didn't find his acting to be particularly good. I don't care for his music. There's a couple songs. Don't get me wrong. I'll fuck with them. But like, I don't know if there's anything Biggie that I don't like. However, I will say, probably his most famous song, "Hypnotize," is probably the one that I like the least. And I definitely don't not like it. Like if it's on, I will never press skip.
Yeah,
I will never. But it's just probably my least of his like.
I think my favorite Biggie song is 10 Crack Commandments.
Oh yeah?
All day, every day. I fucking love it. It's just like...
That one comes on my playlist really often lately for some reason.
Man, to me, like my favorite kind of rap music is like, I like when it's a good story.
Yes.
Like when they tell a story. Because, you know, we're fucking white boys from Canada. Like...
Yeah, read me a story, sir.
Yeah, we don't know anything about like... that kind of criminal life in that way, or like what they're subjugated to and what they went through. And yeah, it's just interesting. It's like learning about a whole different fucking group of people. Like, it's like, yeah, I want to hear the story. Tell me the fucking story.
That's why I liked Juicy so much, because that was a fucking unbelievable story.
It's all about the come up.
Yep, that's what it was. Because exactly, he was a broke fucking bitch at the beginning.
Yeah.
By the end, he was sipping champagne when he's thirsty, you know?
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. It's a cool story.
There's another song too. Geez, that's a sin for me. I can't remember the name. But it's of Biggie's where they're talking about getting back at a guy who robbed them.
Yeah.
And they're like going to break into the guy's house. But as they're sneaking up on the house, it's like, oh shit, there's a red dot on your head. There's a red dot on yours. And then it's just like, pow, pow. And yeah, it's just the story of like you went to seek revenge and like the person you wanted revenge against was fucking waiting for you anyways, or the person you wished ill will upon. And it's essentially, you know, get fucking what's coming to you.
Yeah.
Just great. Great fucking shit. Biggie's the best.
Oh, he was fucking unbelievable.
Best storyteller of all time.
You know what's fucked? In that documentary I was watching, even they interviewed Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z was very young at the time that Biggie, because they were rolling together for a bit. He was saying, even, and it's true, I never really thought about it, but like every rapper pretty well has someone else out there that's like kind of their style. Like, you know, they're very similar. You could tell where the influence came from.
Yeah.
Still to this day, nobody has ever managed to like have a Biggie style, like a Notorious B.I.G. style.
No.
The way he like hit the lines and also told story, the uniqueness in his voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he was just speaking on the radio or interviews, whatever, he spoke so different.
Yeah.
He didn't have a thought between his ears. He fucking sounded like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Every fucking second line that he said was, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. He couldn't fucking formulate a thought if his life depended on it, but yet put a microphone in front of him and a beat.
Yo.
And the dude, he didn't even need a beat. He'd freestyle sometimes, but let him fucking do that.
Completely poetic.
All of a sudden it made sense. And it was good. It was fluid. It was like articulate.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was very odd.
Man, there's very few rappers that have ever, been gifted with that level of storytelling. I think in terms of storytelling, I think the absolute best at it ever is Biggie.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is a great storyteller as well.
You know that 99 Problems song?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to ask you to recite the whole fucking lyrics. I don't have that or anything like that.
Yeah.
But, like, do you know what that song's actually about? Because obviously he's getting stopped by the cops. He knows his rights. You don't have to search my car, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one. He ain't talking about Beyonce. He's not talking about a woman. He's talking about a fucking female dog, the canine unit. Now, all of a sudden, that whole song has a different fucking life of its own. He's talking about a female dog when he says a bitch ain't one. Because he's not worried about the dog. I'm dead ass serious. That's what it was about the whole time.
What?
Yes. Like, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to play the fucking song right now.
Yeah.
But like, after we're done here, listen to the song one more time. But
Yeah.
then now use it in the context, like he's got all these problems, but like having a girl by his side isn't one. Scrap that mindset.
Yeah.
Now listen to the lyrics. And then realize, oh my God, it's a fucking dog he's talking about.
Like a drug dog?
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious.
Unbelievable. I know.
Yeah. Dude. Jay-Z, incredible again. And J. Cole tells great stories, and Kendrick Lamar as well.
I don't know either of them. I heard both of their names, but I
Fucking
don't know who they are.
incredible. J. Cole's newest album is debatable, but his previous work is phenomenal. Like, good storyteller in the way Biggie is. Like, on that level. Yeah. F1.
Yeah. So, coronavirus.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, so the people are still dying when they're vaccinated.
No.
Yes, people
No.
are definitely still dying when they're vaccinated.
What do you mean?
Vaccinated people are still dying from coronavirus. Very small percentage of people in comparison.
Yeah,
Don't
but
you-
not dying from the vaccine.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about dying from coronavirus.
But
Still.
like, a vaccine isn't a cure.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, that's why I'm leading into this, because people have that conception that vaccines mean I'm immune. No. You still get it. You just don't experience the symptoms
Right.
as harshly, or if at all.
Yes.
What if the cure for coronavirus was people sucking your cock?
Like, I had the magic cock?
You had it.
Oh, dude, that would be... Okay, do you know how this exactly would play out? The first 20 people, you'd be like, this is the best. And then, like, number 21, you'd be like, this isn't that fun anymore.
No, so, okay, what if you had the seed to cure planet Earth from coronavirus with your fucking cum? However, your testicles could only produce that seed that's required in a load every, like, 50 people that suck, or every 50 loads. So either someone's got to suck your dick 50 times again and again and again for the cure, and then there's fucking 8 billion people on Earth. It'll never happen. So that's unreasonable. However, what if every 50th person, that load that you blew into them, now gave them the seed, so they could, it would spread like coronavirus, but in reverse.
Wait.
So let's say I suck your dick 50 times. The 50th time, now all of a sudden I have that magical seed too. I get someone to suck my dick 50 times. They got that seed.
Wait, what?
This is where my mind goes at 2 a.m. when I've had a few beer into me.
So, okay. So let's say a woman sucks my dick and I give her the seed.
It could be anyone. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a dude.
How do you get it from her? Do you eat her pussy or does she spit in your mouth?
You see this fucking gets a big 50 of those right down the fucking yapper. So you obviously, what would you rather then? If you know that you're going to be cured,
Spit in my mouth.
You have subject A, dude,
Yeah.
or subject B. She's got to fucking spit 50 loogies in your mouth, or
Yeah.
you only have to suck his dick once. It's down to 1 for the dick suck, 50 loogies though.
I'm taking the 50 loogies.
Really?
100%. And you know, I have said on this show before, there's some fucked up sexual acts I'm willing to do in a certain situation where I'm forced to choose.
Yeah.
But getting a girl spitting in my mouth 50 times is definitely better than sucking one dick.
Like, I'm not talking about... I'm talking...
Yeah, dude.
I gotta get rid of this. Hold on a second.
That is you're disgusting.
50 of those.
Yeah, dude. I'd rather take 50 fucking loogie comes to the mouth.
What if each one of those comes or those spits that she had to do was immediately after sucking a dude's dick? Now, no, hold on. Wait, time out. He didn't blow in her mouth. No, he didn't blow in her. She just went 3 times and then spit in your mouth. So now it's like it's dick flavored spit, but it's not like there's no cum in it.
Still, at this point, I'm still taking the spit. Why are you always trying to put me in scenarios where I either suck dick or sit on one? Why are you always put me in this situation?
I don't know. And the worst.
Which one would you do? Would you take the 50 loogies?
You're not supposed to flip it back to me.
I know. I'm shooting my shot here.
So if it's 50 dick flavored loogies or 1 blowjob, I don't know, man. If I could fucking be blindfolded, let's go. if I could like put some like fucking like hot sauce or something on it first, just to like, you know, so I don't have to taste. I want to
the salt, the magic cure.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to suck the dick.
You know what? If I could get some,
you gotta do a good job. Well, obviously you gotta
finish. He's got to finish.
Yeah. You gotta do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I could get like a good grape Jolly Rancher like flavor, like a spray, like a if that existed, that would be fucking.
Ooh, you could do like the numbing stuff in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would spray the Jolly Rancher flavored stuff on his cock, and then the numbing stuff in my mouth, like chloroseptic spray or whatever.
Yeah.
And eventually you'd get so fucking high from the chloroseptic stuff.
Yeah.
So that, you know, it just seems like a win all around, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still taking the loogies, but sure. Okay, wait, is there titties out while I'm getting the loogies?
Sure.
Yeah.
Then that does seem like the easier option.
Yeah. Looking at some boobies, getting spit on.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
what if you couldn't pick the woman and she could be a fucking dog, but you could pick the dude? Like you could, if you had to select that, you could pick whatever dude you want. But her, you know that she's like a fucking crackhead from fucking like Hooker Alley.
Then you're taking the dick.
Really? You think that's the difference maker? The quality.
100%. If you're getting like an ogre or Channing Tatum, like I mean,
it's quality over quantity here. All right.
You'd be like how you doing, dude? Like, any new projects coming up?
Magic Mike ×3.
Yeah, or maybe you'd get like a good stand-up comedian or something.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, tell me some jokes while I suck this dick.
Imagine laughing while you're trying to laugh while you're trying to finish them off at the same time.
Chappelle's just cracking great jokes, and you're like, holy fuck. Yeah, I mean, wow, that really is a situation of quality.
Yeah.
How quality can change your mind.
Oh, man.
How people end up in Kias.
What if it wasn't the fucking spit that she gave you the cure way, though? Like, circle back, sucking dick gets you the cure.
Right.
But what if the other option isn't her just spitting on you 50 times? What if it's actually like a fucking shart in the mouth?
Oh,
one shart.
Suck the dick.
No.
I'm
talking about
shit stuff, man. We've talked
one
about this.
individual shot glass sized shart.
No, can't do shit stuff.
Really? None?
Dude, so hard of a no-go.
If you lost your sense of taste from coronavirus because you're sick, you need to get the cure. So you've lost your sense of taste and smell.
Dick.
But what? So even if there was just a tiny little shart and you could mix it in with a bowl of cereal or something.
The dick.
Really?
100%.
So some like almond milk, some fucking Honey Nut Cheerios that you can't taste any of those flavors either, and then just a tiny little bit of shart in there, you know, from some discoloration.
Just even the thought of it is turning my stomach.
Right now?
100%. I'm not even joking, man. Shit stuff to me, there is nothing grosser.
Oh, yeah?
There is nothing grosser than shit.
So if you had to have some sort of bodily function on you, on your shoulders, like right beside you, right beside you're shirtless at a beach, and this was going to happen, a bodily function was going to land on your
Oh,
shoulder.
I need to be very specific at this.
Okay.
Human shit
Yes.
is what really.
Yeah. No, I'm not
disgusts
about to talk about a seagull.
me. Okay, because
Okay.
that wouldn't even.
You're
gross me
laying
out
at the
that bad.
beach, you're tanning or whatever, trying to like your
Sure.
fucking white ass, and then
Yeah, I'm pasty.
and then a bodily fluid or function lands on your shoulder.
Right.
What would be the worst? Spit, tears, cum, piss, period blood? Like,
Shit.
really?
Shit.
Holy fuck.
Shit. I hate shit.
I think I would rather like a shit nugget land on my shoulder more than I would rather fucking
I
a cum
cannot
load.
explain to you, like, the reduced level of anxiety I have in my life because I have a bidet now.
Really?
Yes. I hate wiping my ass.
So-
It's the fucking worst. I'm always terrified I'm going to get something on my finger.
So if you were ever captured by the Yakuza,
Sure.
like the German or Japanese mafia,
Right.
and you were like held down to a table, your limbs are tied down, there's no getting away. They decide, no, we're not going to waterboard this motherfucker. What we're going to do is we're going to have one dude take a shit on your chest.
Yeah, just kill me.
That is worse to you than 5 fucking Japanese guys pumping loads on you? You're not blindfolded. You're watching it. Or 4, 2 on each side. 2 on each side, fucking little Japanese guys with their little pencil dicks fucking...
Where's the loads going?
They're landing on your rib cage and on your chest hair and shit. But the guy's just squatted down over you, balls away. So you're looking straight into their
Oh,
fucking...
yeah, taking loads.
Yeah?
All day, every
Really,
day.
eh?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
man.
shit is just so... Well, because if I was strapped down
Yeah?
on my back and someone shit on my chest, I'd fucking asphyxiate on vomit anyway. Like...
Man, I
It's
think
horrendous.
I would probably fucking take the shit. I don't want...
No.
I think having... Like, listen, if you've ever banged a chick right when before her period really starts or right after when there's a little bit of blood there,
Yeah.
that's not so bad. But if there was like a hard fucking bloop, 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 bloop flow of it, I think that's the worst. If, like...
Is that how it works?
Well, I mean, it can puddle up there. Like, let's say it got, you know, those fucking little plastic cups some girls use as like a fucking, instead of using tampons or pads, they have like little cups that capture it all.
No.
Well, anyway, they do because they're you wash them and reuse them.
Okay.
It's like picture a little rubber, plastic fucking shot glass sized fucking thing that goes in there. They just pop it in. It literally catches the blood. Literally catches it.
Yeah.
And then they just take it out. They wipe themselves off. They dump the blood out. They wash this thing and put it back in. Like that's what a form of, I don't know what the right word is. Like instead of using a maxi pad or fucking tampon, like that's a thing that people use out there.
Female listeners, and there's one in particular I know who's going to answer
It's like a
this.
hippie thing.
Tell me about this thing. If it exists, we'll
Yeah,
talk
hold
about
on.
it next
I'm gonna
week.
try to find out the name of it real quick right now, just so we have it. What is it called? Period blood cup catcher.
That is, dude, your search history is just terrifying.
So it's called medical silicone collector. Is this what it's called? Like there's little like,
But why is it a medical silicone collector?
oh, I don't know. They're calling
Is
it
it only used in a specific situation where they're trying to
yeah,
analyze a girl's
wholesale
period?
menstrual cup. Menstrual cup, I think, is probably the correct
What
word
does
of
it
it.
look like?
Here. It just
That's weird.
yeah, just like that. It goes in like that's, you know, that's the face. So that's the tail where they would pull it out, and then it's just rubber. They just
And it goes in their hoochie.
yeah, they just pop it in there. It expands with the shape and everything because it's rubber. I'm like, don't get me wrong. This is one of those things that hippies in
That's
North
not
America.
a popular option.
No, in North America, the way we function,
Yeah.
like I'm talking hippies would use that. But if
Right.
you travel overseas, this is a much more common option. Kind of like here, bidets are like, oh, what the fuck, you have a bidet? But like if you go everywhere else, that's just the norm.
Dude, can I tell you something really embarrassing in this situation? I was just trying to imagine like how she keeps it pressed up against her vagina with her underwear. Like I wasn't even thinking about that it would go inside her.
Oh yeah, it goes in.
Yeah.
Just
I
as
was
deep
thinking
as a
of it
tampon.
As like, you know, like the way like your cup works
Yeah.
in your jock? I was like, so like how would she keep that like squat up against her pussy?
Oh no, it's in.
It's in.
So anyway,
inside.
if like a cup of that were to land on my shoulder, that would be the fucking number one I don't want.
Yeah, it's still take
I would
that
rather
shit.
shit land on my shoulder. I would rather a fucking load land on my shoulder. I'd rather someone piss on me, and preferably R. Kelly, of course. And
That would be awesome because you get money for that one.
I don't even want money. I just want I just want the prestige. like we've said it before 4 episodes ago when we recorded at your place.
Yeah.
That like if you're gonna get pissed on, like you have to get pissed on. It's not by like fucking your girlfriend in the shower, like landing on your foot.
You want it.
I want it to be R. Kelly. I want it to be in a closet. You know,
Yeah.
I want it to be exactly the way.
I want
like
it to be special.
I want it to be in the closet, not just a closet.
Yeah.
You know.
Last question for the day.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think. Do you think Michael Jackson would still be alive today had he not overdosed? Or do you think he would be at the age where he'd be dead? Because we're very quickly coming up on, I believe
It was June 21st or something, that wasn't it?
it'll be, no, it's June 25th. It'll be the 12th anniversary of his death this year.
Really?
12 years.
He'd still be alive, yeah. He'd still be making music, barn burners of them. And I'm willing to bet he would have collabed with a very notable rapper by now, too.
Yeah. And
Like,
put out a fire.
He would have done the hook or whatever. I'm willing to bet he would have been featured on someone else's song more so than someone else featured on his.
How old would he have been now?
Old.
Oh, not even that old. He still only would have been in his early 60s.
Yeah, God. He still, I'm willing to bet he still would have been, we'll put it this way. If he was alive when this coronavirus is over and they have that big benefit fucking traveling festival that I'm sure will happen, he would have been the fucking lead headliner, or he would have had some wild fucking fundraiser. He probably would have donated more than half his money to families fucking suffering from it.
Right.
He was actually a really good person with stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just liked to diddle.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know,
Little diddler.
yeah. You know, that's another one. That's cool. Touch it, go for it, play with it, you know? It's all good. It's fucking Michael Jackson.
We gonna watch fights?
We are. Just so you know, this is the topic I have for next week.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the idea so you can think of it for the week. And I also have to formulate my argument too.
Okay.
It's nothing crazy, don't get me wrong. So you know the old saying, practice makes perfect?
Sure.
And you believe in it. Obviously, you know, sports, it fucking everything.
It's
it
real.
Works. So let's say someone had a big break.
Okay.
We'll pick just a random ass actor like Keanu Reeves.
Sure.
He got his big break at a time where there was no social media.
Okay.
The only judgment for his skill set
Sure.
was people writing in a few newspapers and magazines, like movie critics,
Okay.
and people in the industry's opinion.
Okay.
But what if Twitter, Facebook, social media in general, Instagram existed at the time? He's not exactly a very good actor. He specifically is, in my example, is not known to be particularly a good actor. Had some barn burner roles that made him famous. His fame has gotten him the practice that he otherwise wouldn't have received.
Right.
Do you think that some very famous, well-known actors still would have prevailed with social media and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people saying they suck? Like Harrison Ford, for instance. Do you think he would have ever had a second chance at a movie if millions of people were just flaming how shit of an actor he was at the beginning? He would have never had a really good opportunity to become the fucking GOAT of actors that he is today.
Okay.
Interesting concept, eh? And this can this can go across sports for certain eras and everything as well.
Would YouTubers be fighting the greatest boxer of all time if it wasn't for social media?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So anyway, that's what we're going to talk about next week at some point.
Cool.
Because I think that's a really cool thing. Is I think personally Keanu Reeves from fucking, what was that movie they were in? The fucking
Matrix.
No, before
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, that. So he would have not.
Don't.
I was about.
Don't.
He sucked in that movie.
That movie was great.
Classic fucking movie, yes, for sure. But his acting didn't get him anywhere. Look at Dana Carvey, for instance, from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Why do you think his career never fucking went anywhere other than fucking some more SNL and a couple bullshit movies like Master of Disguise. But look at Mike Myers. Went on to be one of the most fucking famous actors ever.
Yeah.
Shrek and shit. Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One shit actor, career never went anywhere. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Fucking Keanu Reeves fucking sucked at acting back then, man. He
Still kind of sucks.
He got another chance because there wasn't a bunch of people saying, "What the fuck was this retard?" Like, we'll put it this way: if that movie were to exist, like, have just be coming out now, it would have been at best an Amazon Prime fucking exclusive or something.
Well,
you know?
just like the sequel was.
Was it? I didn't even know they made a sequel.
Yeah, it just came out like a year ago.
Okay.
It's fucking great.
Right. So like, it's great because it's like a nostalgia kickback.
It's
anyway,
classic.
we'll get into this next
talk
week.
about it later.
Thanks for another wild and wonderful episode of Dude Second Shit. You can find us next week, or you can find us on Instagram. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah. Really quick, let's go to the beat of this music.
Okay.
Retard, 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 do-do-do-do-do, retard, retard, retard.
It sounds like you're singing the Oompa Loompa song.
Oh, I kind of was there, right?
Yeah.
Retard. Anyway, fuck off. See you later, Hitlers.
Bye.